Chapter 8 Cell Structure and Functions. Dear students, let us proceed to the topic Levels of Organization. The main idea behind the levels of organization is the grouping. Specialized cells function together to form tissues. Then, tissues are joined together to form an organ. And every organ performs a specific function. All the organs that work together to perform a specific life function form an organ system. The various organ systems make up a living organism. Like here, we can see the organization of respiratory system and then a human being. Lung cells combine together to form lung tissue, and lung tissues are grouped together to perform a specific function, and the organ is lung. Similarly, in the female reproductive system, we have ovary cells, then ovarian epithelial tissues followed by reproductive organs and then organism. Actually, the parts of the cell are mainly cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. Cytoplasm and nucleus are enclosed within the cell membrane, also called as plasma membrane. The cell membrane of the onion cell is covered by a thick covering called the cell wall. The central dense round body in the center is called nucleus, and the jelly-like substance between the nucleus and the cell membrane is cytoplasm. See in the picture here. There is a structure of onion peel as observed under a microscope. We can see nucleus and cytoplasm here, and when we see it in the detailed pattern, we can observe cell wall, cell membrane, nucleus, cytoplasm and vacuoles. These all cells are hexagonal in shape, just like the structures you see in a honeycomb. They are similar to them. Honeycomb structures resemble the cell structure. The cell wall is the outer boundary. Cell membrane. It separates the cells from one another and also separates the cell from the surrounding medium. The plasma membrane is porous and allows the movement of substances or materials both inward and outward. The cell membrane gives shape to the cell. In addition to the cell membrane, there is an outer thick layer in cell of plants known as cell wall. The cell wall is very important in plant cells as it gives additional layer supporting the cell membrane, so the plants are protected. The plant cells need protection against variations in temperature, high wind speed, atmospheric moisture, etc. They are exposed to these variations because they cannot move. They cannot protect themselves by moving to a suitable condition, just like we human beings do. So this cell wall is of utmost importance in plants. Cytoplasm. This is the main cell organelle. It is a jelly-like substance present between the cell membrane and the nucleus. All the other cell components are present in the cytoplasm, like mitochondria, Golgi bodies, ribosomes, etc. In the picture you can see the various cell organelles present within the cytoplasm. It is a picture of human cheek cell. we can see cytoplasm having other cell organelles. Then there is the cell organelle named as mitochondria, which is also known as powerhouse of the cell because it gives you energy. Then comes nucleus, a very important component, generally spherical in shape and located in the center of the cell. It is separated from the cytoplasm by a membrane known as nuclear membrane. This membrane is also porous in nature and allows the movement of materials between the cytoplasm and the inside of the nucleus. That means it allows the inter-exchange of materials in and outside the nucleus. Smaller spherical body present in the nucleus is called as nucleolus. Nucleus also contains thread-like structures known as chromosomes. You can see in the picture here. These are pink in color and thread-like spread throughout the nucleus. These are chromosomes. These carry genes and help in inheritance or transfer of characters from the parents to the offspring. The chromosomes can be seen only at the time of cell division. You know that genes are the unit of inheritance. They are responsible for hereditary characters being passed on from one generation to the next. Nucleus acts as control center of the activities of the cell. The entire content of a living cell is known as protoplasm. It includes cytoplasm and the nucleus. Actually, protoplasm is called the living substance of the cell. Gene. It is a unit of inheritance in living organisms, as you all know. It controls the transfer of a hereditary characteristic from parents to the offspring. This means that your parents pass some of their characteristics on to you. If your father has brown eyes, you may also have brown eyes. If your mother has curly hair, you might also end up having curly hair. However, the different combination of genes from parents result in different characteristics. It is not 100% confirmed that you may get the characteristics similar to your parents. You may have some variations also. Dear students, you may see some similarities in your facial features to your parents or your grandparents from maternal or paternal side. This is because of genes. This is because of your heredity. It is responsible for your resemblance to your parents, siblings, grandparents or grandparents. Now coming over to the types of cells, prokaryotic cells. In this, the nucleus is not well organized like in a bacteria. There is no nuclear membrane. The cells having nuclear material without nuclear membrane are prokaryotic cells. The organisms with these kind of cells are called prokaryotes. Pro means primitive and karyon means nucleus. Examples of prokaryotic cells are bacteria and blue-green algae, abbreviated as BGA and sometimes also called as cyanobacteria. Then eukaryotic cells. These are the cells having a well-organized nucleus with a nuclear membrane, like onion cells, cheek cells. Some bacteria and blue-green algae are also eukaryotes. U means true and karyon means nucleus. The next cell organelle is vacuole and is a blank looking structure in the cytoplasm. It can be single in number or multi, as in an onion cell. Cheek cells or the human cells have smaller vacuoles. Large vacuoles are mostly seen in plant cells, covering near about 70 to 90% of the cell volume. Vacuoles in the animal cells are much smaller in size and numerous. Then we have plastids. Plastids. These are the colored bodies in the cytoplasm of the leaf or plant cells. They can be of different colors. Some may contain green pigment and are known to have chlorophyll in them. Actually, it is because of chloroplast and it gives green color to them. Chloroplasts. Chlorophyll in the chloroplasts of leaves, as you all know, is essential for the process of photosynthesis. Now here is a diagrammatic comparison of plant cell and animal cell. You can see that the plant cell is enclosed by a cell wall, but animal cell is devoid of any cell wall. Then vacuole is covering near about 70 to 80% of the cell volume in plant cells, and vacuoles are generally multiple in number in animal cells. Then we have nucleus present in the sideways in a plant cell, and in animal cell it is generally placed at the center. Here you can have the tabular difference between plant and animal cells. So cell membrane is present in plant cell and animal cell. Both have cell membrane. And cell wall is present in cell of plants but absent in animal cells. Nucleus is present in both. In plants it is present at the sides, and in animal cells it is present at the center. Nuclear membrane is again present in both the cells. It is just a covering which is essential in every cell. Then cytoplasm is present in both. Plastids is present only in the plant cells and absent in animal cells. Vacuoles are single and large in size, present at the center of the plant cells, and in animal cells they are in a number and smaller in size. So that's all for this tutorial beta. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.